November 7th, 2014. Howie and I attended the Pause conference in Burbank, California. This was my social icon. Everything has an icon, and this is the one I use on most of my accounts like Facebook, Google, etc. It's cropped from a photo Jamie took of me holding Jeannie, the tiny sand cat, for a vet exam. Conference updates. We're only a few days away from kicking off our 30th anniversary weekend and would like to share the following information with you. We're very excited. This is from Pause. The weather in Burbank should be beautiful. Highs for Saturday through Monday range from 79 to 85 degrees, lows from 53 to 59 degrees. This truly is an international conference with attendees representing 24 states in the U.S., as well as Australia, Brazil, Canada, Estonia, Nigeria, Norway, Spain, and the United Kingdom. We will be offering early check-in for the conference on Friday, November 7th from 4 to 7 p.m. in the lobby of the Marriott Courtyard. It gives the address and the telephone number. If you're staying at the hotel or somewhere nearby, and would like to check in early, pick up your conference packet and avoid waiting in the line in the morning. Please look for our table in the lobby. Otherwise, check-in will be at the Pickwick Gardens Conference Center, and it gives the information for that and when to be there. That was pretty quick. I think I'm going to do December 8th, 2014. Louis Ferrante, former mob wise guy, called about a documentary. My email to Louis: nice speaking with you today. Here are a few items that may be of interest fleshing out your show ideas. It is a show that needs to be done, but hasn't because the bad guys are a pretty close-knit group and it's pretty hard to infiltrate their facilities. Even volunteers and interns who manage to get in are usually kept in the dark about what really happens to the animals, where they come from, and where they go. I keep a website of the people who have come up on my radar for breeding, buying, selling, and exploiting big cats. It's a who's who's list of places that would be great to try and get inside so that you could expose them. The list is at 911animalabuse.com. Mario Tabraue is one of the ones I think is most likely to be back at his old tricks of smuggling wildlife and drugs, but I have no way to prove it. He is fighting our federal bill to ban his activities. The bad guys always try to scare me off by saying they know him and that they can have him make me disappear. This is one of the best articles about him and is recent. It's the Mother Jones article. It sounds like your show is more broad than my scope of information, since all I track or deal with are the exotic cats. I don't know if there is a key element to other issues, but there is with the big cats. It is all about the cub handling. People like Mario Tabraue of Zoological Wildlife Foundation, or Kathy Stearns of Dade City's Wild Things, or Bhagavan Antle of T.I.G.E.R.S, or Joe Exotic Schreibvogel of GW Zoo, or a dozen others like them, claim they can make $25,000 a weekend charging people to pet lion, tiger, and liger cubs. The booking agent for Mario told me that they book $1 million a year in such tours for him. The thing is that the cubs are only allowed to be used, by USDA guidelines, between the ages of 8 and 12 weeks, so every month they need to breed more litters. There are only 300 or so tigers in legitimate AZA-accredited zoos in the U.S. The other 5,000 to 10,000 are in private hands, roadside zoos, and non-accredited USDA licensed facilities. It only costs $40 and a one-page application for a USDA license, so it doesn't mean anything. Where are the hundreds of cubs going every year? The black market is the only potential market for them, yet it has been very hard to prove. More about the whole cub petting industry at bigcatrescue.org/pet-cubs. And then I gave him a map of where all the big cat owners were and said lots to talk about. Gave him a map to our place. And he wrote back saying, "This info is incredibly helpful, though heart-wrenching. I will explore these links, and these are the sorts of tips I would pass on to my fixers. Very good leads. Just finished watching you on Temple Tigers segment with Jane Velez Mitchell. Another tragedy. Feel free to pass along whatever else you can to help, and I look forward to seeing you Friday." And then this is later, so apparently I just put it here because it was the only conversation about him. This is dated December 11th, 2014. I wrote Lou, "Dear Lou, see you tomorrow morning at 10 at Big Cat Rescue." I gave the address. "Good news today that Mexico banned the use of wild animals in circuses and banned exhibits of dolphins and whales. Hard to imagine why the U.S. is so far behind when it comes to protecting wild animals. To date, 36 countries, 46 U.S. cities, and 28 jurisdictions in Canada have banned the use of big cats in circuses." Signed, Carole. Lou wrote back saying, "Hey, Carole, yes, we're on, and I know we're so out of date. The EU would never even execute someone, and we do it every day. How can they care about animals? But I plan to make a hit show and open up the discussion more. Keep sending info like this. See you tomorrow." And that was sent via his BlackBerry. Remember those? Yeah, this never became anything. To my knowledge, I never heard anything more about it. Looks like tomorrow I'll be talking more about the conversation that I had with him, but it never went anywhere after that.